If you've ever wondered what happened to Bullwinkle Moose, wait no longer. Stay with us.
For 2 on the town.
In some respects, Los Angeles is a city of monuments. Why, here in West Hollywood, there's even a monument to a flying squirrel and a moose. Now, with that information, some of you already know who this monument is dedicated to. But let me just say that these animals have never been in any kind of zoo. Where you will find them is at home on television, where they have been carrying on since 1959. Can a moose and a squirrel be political? Well, yes, to the extent they were leading the fight during the years of the Cold War.
Unless they send me moose and squirrel, I blow up cotton pickin' world. Alas, that shell was aimed directly at our hero's aircraft.
Quick, tell the pilot to make a 90-degree turn.
Nikita Khrushchev was banging his shoe on a podium predicting the burial of the USA when Rocky and Bullwinkle first arrived on children's television. What better way to introduce young minds to the black comedy of the nuclear age? Provided, of course, that the Russians never won.
The cloud broke up and revealed the wreckage of the plane, and the plane was sitting atop the Rock of Gibraltar.
The moose and squirrel were so resilient you'd think they'd still be holding their own in the crossfire between the CBS Morning News Today and Good Morning America. That was indeed true up until last year. After 21 years, they were put to pasture in Los Angeles. All they can do now is reflect upon the good times.
Hokey Smoke, I think we've been in retirement too long. What do you think, Bullwinkle?
I ain't been in retirement.
What have you been doing?
I've been chopping wood like everybody else.
And I've been saving nuts for the winter, for my cabinet, if we ran for president.
Anybody I know?
Their real names are Bill Scott and June Foray, but it's a rare moment when they speak for themselves.
On the various J. Ward things, I was the voice of Bullwinkle Moose, Mr. Peabody of Peabody's Improbable History, Dudley Do-Right.
Of the Mounties, the only Mountie ever to arrest a redwood tree.
That's right, and
For loitering.
He loved horse better than he loved new.
Well, man's best friend is his horse.
And then on George of the Jungle, I did George and Tom Slick and Super Chicken.
Let's hear Super Chicken.
You know, the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred.
June, would you, for us right now, give us a part of a script where you're playing many of your characters at once?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Natasha, haven't I seen you somewheres before? Of course, darling. I was with Boris. Well, I don't know about that. I seen her last week down at the country store.
I was there myself.
That's
You was
right.
buying a pound of kumquats, wasn't you?
Hokey Smoke, I sure was.
I was there. I seen her. Picked up a fifth of Jack Daniels, too, what's more. Picked it up and put it down.
Bill Scott was also a co-producer of the Rocky and Bullwinkle show, and you can't blame him if he bought many fifths of Jack Daniels before the show was sold to network television. J. Ward created the series as an updated counterpart to his first cartoon series, the legendary Crusader Rabbit. And who were the familiar voices? Well, there was the narrator, more familiar than you probably realized.
Well, it looks as if that crafty spy, Boris Badenov, is one up on our heroes, for he has managed to steal Bullwinkle from the Moon Men and has taken him to the lonely house on the hill where the moose is putting his massive intellect to work in rediscovering his secret pocket fuel. That's about as much of it as I can do.
William Conrad,